Okay, guys, you're welcome to the YouTube channel once again. I just want to do a little bit of FX talk with one of my friends out here. He's also a trader too, so I just thought to do a question and answer session. With him, let's just share ideas, the journey so far as Forex traders. Although we both are still upcoming, yes, let me just put it that way. But I think this podcast would help one or two persons out there that are struggling too. So I just thought to do this video. So I would allow him to introduce himself and I'll just ask him some few questions, some few personal questions about Forex trading, the business behind Forex trading, and all of that. So just introduce yourself.
So, okay, Mike, thank you for having me on your YouTube channel. My name is Caleb, and I'm officer in the Nigerian Correctional Service under the Ministry of Interior. And I'm a forex trader. I've been actively trading the market since probably 2021, but I was first introduced to trading in 2017. So, actively since 2021, we've had our ups and downs, but I've not gotten to the point of being profitable yet. But we've seen some positive results in trading.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you very much. So now I'll just go straight to the point. How did you discover trading? How did you learn about FX trading and how did you discover? Just a brief history.
It was during my NYSC. I was in Abuja then. So I was working in my unit in the physiotherapy unit then. So one of my colleagues, he was into options trading, then binary options trading. So that was when I first had introduction into anything concerning trading then. He was the one that told me about some basic things, and that was how I got interested in it. But one of the things I knew that trading was for me was it resonated with my kind of person. I was someone that never really wanted a situation where I'm relying on the economy of any nation for my
Yeah.
survival. So when I found trading, that's options trading, I was like, this was it for me. And then I was in Abuja then, and my dad at some point gave me about was about 95K or thereabouts then in 2017. But that 95K then was about $250
Yeah.
then. So I watched some YouTube videos then on how binary options trading was then, because it was really big. Anybody that's been trading around 2017, 2018 would have been aware of that. So I was one day I just came to work around 9. So I entered one trade and I took that money from 250 to about $686
Mm,
that day within 1 hour. That was when I knew that, oh boy,
that's
will I
okay.
say this thing is for me. But the hard truth is within a week I lost all those money back,
Of
and
course.
in fact even plus the capital I was almost losing everything. Then that was when I knew that was it for me, but I knew that there was a lot of work that needed to be learned. So that was just some basic history on how I got into the trading.
Thank you very much. So let's talk about mentorship because I know at some point I was aware because you told me there was at a point in your trading career that you went for Jeffrey Benson's
Yes.
mentorship. Yeah, so just give my viewers a brief experience of how it was. What did you learn from that mentorship? How long was the mentorship? Was it a 1 month mentorship or 3 months mentorship? What were your expectations before the mentorship and after the mentorship? What did you discover? How did it affect your trading after? So just give us like a brief history and experience of how it was for you.
Okay. Before I bought Jeffrey Benson's course, I was into, based on the nature of our work, it wasn't easy for me to be trading and doing my work as an officer. So then I wanted a situation where my money would work for me. So I went into this Ponzi scheme, or I fell for this trap that you invest with people and they'll be giving you certain returns. My intention was at least let me gather capital, and when I'm able to have the capital, I will use my capital to buy myself time at work so that I can now learn trading proper. That was my intention. But after I started that, I gave people money to trade, and after a while, the money stopped coming. So I ended up losing my capital, and I invested so much because I really had so much hope on it that it was going to work. So at some point, I was like, I hit rock bottom.
Mm.
So then I was in big financial mess, and after a while, at some point, I even had no phone. So after I was able to get back, I got myself an Android phone then, and luckily I was able to get some funds from one of my auntie. She gave me about, was it $200 then? So that $200 was what I used to purchase Jeffrey Benson's course. It was a three months program then, and the reason I was able to purchase it then was because then he was offering, let me say, the cheapest
Mm.
that I could afford. I've been following their lives, Jeffrey Benson and Habit since 2019. So Jeff was the only one that was offering about 3 months program. I already knew have an overview idea about trading, but I was lacking that statistical edge. So I was like, I like this guy, I like the way he trades. So I now purchased this program. Then we don't train the same way, but it's a bit similar. I've modernized it to something that fits me. But it was a 3 months program, and most of these basic things, like what Jeff always tell you, that trading is 10% strategy. You have about 80% psychology, then 20% money management. So that's the way he sees his own. So just like 20% trading has to do with the statistical aspect. He said a larger chunk of trading is how you react to the market, your psychological edge. So when you've learned how to master your psychological edge, then your risk management, because trading is a money game. And at some point like this, you're more interested in how long can you play this game of probabilities until the odds is in your favor. So most people, the reason why most people give up is maybe they are leveraging too much. They are looking at least at that time, maybe when I bought Jeffrey Benson's course, he wasn't making 100 200k in a day. Then he was not even making up to 50k. He was still opening multiple lot sizes. It was still like opening multiple positions with little lot sizes then.
Then
But
was he giving you guys signals like on a daily basis, or he was just giving you guys setups
Jeffrey doesn't
through
give
that yes,
Jeffrey doesn't give signals.
in his VIP group?
Jeffrey doesn't give signals. He shows you as he's trading.
Okay.
So he starts his trading maybe around 8. So most times at 6, he's on live. He's showing that okay, this is what I want to see. This is my entry positions. Once you are in his group, except if it has changed now, but then that was how it was. He has his free group, but the difference between his paid and his free group was that those in his paid group, you see how he's analyzing the charts
Okay.
before he enters trade. It doesn't. Then when he tells you, he will now like type and tell you, okay, I'm buying at so so place. So anybody that is awake during that period sees him live, him telling you, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is my entry, this is what I'm looking at, and that was why I was more interested in it.
So after the mentorship, was there a difference with your trading after the 3 months mentorship?
Definitely, definitely, because I had the edge I needed then, and I had the edge I needed then because that was what was lacking. And after a while, because he was trading more of chart patterns. He's a very big. He's very big on chart pattern formations, and he was trading just GPP USD until now. I've been trading GPP USD all the way. He's just recently added euros to my chart, but then he was trading more of chart patterns. So most times, higher time frame analysis. Then when it comes to lower time frames, you're looking for candlestick reversal patterns, and most times his M and W's is usually looking out for. So when he sees those retracements, at least on the second leg, that's when he starts to put his entries.
Now, let me ask this question. After you were done with his mentorship, did you just solely rely on what he taught you guys, or at some point you started discovering things for yourself that finally worked for you, that made you a little bit consistent as much as I know that you are currently? Was it that you just relied solely on what he taught you guys, or you discovered some other things that you did not see whilst you were having his mentorship?
No, I didn't just rely. It won't even. That's why how you were brought into the trading space determines how far you go. Because Jeffrey is not somebody that would he learned trading his own way because he himself was mentored by someone. But one thing that I know that he always preaches, he will tell you that this is how I'll teach you. But it doesn't mean the way I do my trading is how it's going to work for you. So he gave me the edge that I needed, but you have to like work it out to the way that it suits your kind of person. Like he's a day trader, and there are some guys at some point that they went to becoming scalpers. So when he takes his trading entries from 15 minutes time frame, 30 minutes, so when you're looking at scalpers that are going to the 3 and 1 minute time frame, it's almost the same thing, but the way they see the market is different. So it always tells you that he's always somebody that yes, you can learn, but you can like transform the strategy to something that suits you. You can learn more to add to it, and that was what I did. I was not relying solely on him, but it
So,
helped a
so,
lot.
so what you're trying to say is, after the mentorship, you still had to work on the strategy and add one or two things. Like, I don't know how to put it. Maybe some other kind of like
Yes.
confirmation patterns or personal strategy, like you added something else on top of what you learned from the strategy. Is that what you're trying to say? Like you had
Yes.
to discover some other things
Yes.
that would work.
Yes, that was what I did, and it took time because it's when you start to trade, then you start to see maybe some imperfections in this trading strategy. And to some people might be perfect, but for me, I was more interested in having all those kind of sniper entries for me. So, of course, I wanted a situation where I'm using lower stop size, stop losses and higher TPs. So I started working on my risk to reward,
Okay.
and now I trade at least 1:3, 1:4. So if I'm targeting like 40 pips, so that means I don't want to be risking beyond maybe 15 pips per trade.
Okay.
So I needed to find a way how to draft something that suits me, because I realized that the best trading strategy is not what somebody teaches you. You are the strategy,
Mm,
because you have to find something that works for you.
okay.
He might be doing it and it works for him, but you might start to trade and you now realize that okay, it might work for him, but it doesn't really suit what we're looking for. And it takes a while. It's your repeated actions on the chart that you start to see and say, okay, what can I start to add or subtract from from maybe these confirmation entries that I'm looking at to give me the edge I need. And that was what I'm doing.
Okay, now let's ask some personal questions
Yeah.
about trading, with regards how you handle wins and losses. Now let's start from the hardest part. Now, when you're on a major losing streak, how do you control yourself? How do you handle losses? How do you take losses? Let's start from there.
But it's still a work in progress. So. Because I feel you see this emotional side of trading, I feel it never goes away. You
Mm,
just after a while you just get comfortable with it.
mm,
You get, and that one it's different for different people, because some people are slow learners. Some people they are emotionally driven.
mm,
Market is something that brings out the real you.
mm,
You get, and because you are using money, and there is no way money is close to everybody's heart.
mm.
So when you lose money to a large extent, it brings out the
So for you now, how do you react to losses? What do
mm,
you do? You just open your MT5 and you see that your trade has
like
hit SL. Especially your A plus setup.
like
This one that you're so sure that, man, this setup, you've seen it play out multiple times and you're 100% sure that, man, this trade should hit TP, and you just open and you see that it has tapped your SL. How do you cool off at that point? Your own personal way of cooling off.
well, I have my rules.
Okay.
So it's sticking to the rules that is the hard part. Like for me, I have rules that I take no more than 4 trades in a day. You get, and I have fixed amount of that I want to use to trade for the day. You get, since I trade Profem, so my risk, what I look at is my risk to reward.
Okay.
So most times it's sticking to, I say okay, I want to take 4 trades and I'm trading 2 pairs.
Mm,
So sometimes I can have 2 trades running on part time on the pair. So if those 2 trades go in losses, that means I have to trade just twice. I have just 2 trades for that
yeah.
entire day. And sometimes you can make these 4 losses within maybe before 9 o'clock.
Mm,
So you now tell yourself that so throughout this entire day, I will not look at these markets again. So sticking to that is the hard part. That's why I said it's still a
mm,
learning process. But you see the emotional side is I've lost money from trading, and to a large extent I've lost more than I've won,
mm,
more than I've gained from the trading. But you see this cooling off on trading. What I just believe is find what works for you. For a newbie trader, don't trade full time.
okay.
Have something else you do. Even if you, let's say, you don't have a job, you just stumbled into trading, it's okay because you don't have anything you're doing. When you take losses for the day, because you can take wins and decide to cool off. But when you take losses, determine okay, how many losses should I take for the day? Like for me, once I see 3 losses, 3 reds in a day, most times my psychological edge is shaky. So most times, once I'm done with that, find something else to do. Me, I study. So if I'm not trading, I'm studying. If I'm not studying, maybe I'm at work. I put out my charts and find something else to do. If I'm find something to do in my house or walk around, chill with people. So just whatever keeps you away from the chat. Because
Okay.
as long as you still staying on the chat, there are chances that you always continue to see false setups that might lead to more losses.
Now, what would you say is the solution for someone out there that already has a strategy
Yeah.
and the person is on a major losing streak? Let's say a 1 week losing streak. I don't know if you've been there
Yeah.
before. Personally, for me, I've been
I've
there
been on
before.
most losing
You
streak.
get So, what would you advise, especially for newbie traders that are just coming into the FX space? What would you advise them when their strategy that they've learned seems not to be working, especially when they might have had multiple wins previously. Like the previous weeks, they've had so many wins and their hopes are so high. And all of a sudden, the next week, they begin to eat losses, SL back to back. What would you advise them as an experienced FX trader? What should they do when they're on a major losing streak?
Just stick to what works for you. That's what I'll just say. The thing is,
Now it's not working now.
okay,
So
now
what should the
I like to
person
use
do?
myself for example. The thing is, if you're a newbie trader, you already have a strategy. Every strategy works in their own way. But what I've realized is that not every strategy is compatible with all pairs. So I'll give like, let me say, three suggestions. First of all, if you have a strategy, it's your responsibility to find the pairs that your strategy works well on. Because you can have a perfect strategy, but you're trading the strategy against the wrong pair. So that might be one reason. So if you know that, okay, that is not the reason, and you know that, okay, yes, this pair I'm trading or these pairs I'm trading, this strategy works well with it, then changing strategy might not be issue. It's a phase, because it's a phase. So if you're having losing streaks, if it has given you wins, and you know that, okay, now it's a losing streak. You think one thing about losing streak is not, it's your bias is wrong. So I don't. You see this losing streak or winning streak. Once your bias is right, you have your checklist before using entering your trades. So once your bias for maybe for the day or for the week is right, there are chances that that week is going to be a good week, or that day is going to be a good day. So the most important thing is check your strategy, then check your confirmations.
Okay.
What are you looking out for? You get. So if maybe, yes, we know that there are some news that can happen, policies can happen at any time that can alter the market in any conditions. But overall, what I'll just say is your strategy, find out the pairs that it works well on.
Okay.
You get. Not all trading strategy works well on all pairs.
Okay.
So find out the pairs it works well on. Then your emotional side, develop when you develop things that work for you, like how many trades do I want to take in a day, how much should I risk. These are the things you have control over. You don't have any control of how the market moves, because you can have all your checks met and the trade will still go against you. So what keeps you in check is, I said I want to have only three losses today. I've taken three losses. Closing your phone or closing your system or whatever and going about doing other things, that is the hard part of trading. So that's what you need to really work on. Or how much am I risking? Because most times when you're having all this kind of emotional instability in trading, it's mostly either you're over trading or you're over leveraging. So when you are doing these two things, there's chances every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes, you're always looking at the chart to see what is happening. But once you know that your trade is within what you're looking for, what I'm risking is okay, you can allow the thing to play out.
Okay. Good. Now, let's say, what would you wish you had known about FX trading as a
Oh,
newbie trader that you so much regret? Like, I wish I knew this before now. It would have made the trading journey a little bit shorter. From what is that major thing you wish you knew earlier before now?
right mentorship. I wish that would have been, because like I keep saying that your forex journey, it depends on three things, like your availability of financial resources, your enabling environment, and your right mentorship. So these are the three things. And for me, I didn't have these three things. I didn't have any enabling environment. Because if you are somebody that you don't know how to trade and you're around successful traders, your chances of being successful is faster.
Say for example, for like people that works in factories now, how do they fit into this FX thing? Because I've had people send me messages and complain about the nature of their job, and they're like, man, the kind of work I do, I don't have time. I don't have that screen time to be on my phone and all of that. So what do you think can be a solution for people like that?
There is always a solution. The thing is, no matter how, you're not busy 24/7. You get. Even if, let's say, you work Monday to Sunday, you don't work Monday to Sunday 365 days of the year.
Yeah.
At some point, you will give you leave. You have access to off, or sometimes you can pay somebody to work for you. These are some of the incentives. And I truly believe what you do with your spare time shows what you value.
Yeah.
You get. So somebody that asks yourself that when you actually have time, what do you use your spare time to do? You get. So there's no excuse, because regardless of what you're looking for, but I'll just tell anybody that if you want to get to the trading space, you need money. So if you know that, okay, where you have an active job that is giving you money, that is capital for you to start with, because it is the job that can fund your trading. Because if you say you want to quit your job and do trading, what do you have?
Okay.
What do you have to trade? Do you have money saved up? How much do you have saved up? You get. So most times if you know you have a job, find a way to be trading part-time. That means you shouldn't be trading every day. You get, if you have the opportunity to do that, then when you know you have time, maybe you have your off duties or you have your leave or you have some grants and you, or maybe you pay somebody to work for you, then use that period to learn or to use that period to trade. If maybe you come back from work and you're still learning, when you are done with your work, nobody works 24 hours a day,
Yeah.
365 days of the year. So when you are off duty, you can use that period to learn, do some basic things you need to do.
So let's talk about losses and wins. Have
Okay.
you traded the Naira account before?
Yes.
What's your biggest win trading the Naira account?
That time the money no much now. What I used to, it was about 100k. But the highest I,
Deposit
yes, 100k deposit, and I made 80k
in one trade
one trade.
or more?
But that was it. And it was two entries. But the thing is, the way I trade, I go for risk to reward. So I was going for about 1:5, and I made 80k.
Mm.
And I was like, wow, this is good.
Wow.
So
So
it was what even gave me motivation to say, okay,
wow.
let me transition to pro firms
Yeah.
and see if I can replicate those things as well.
Then your biggest loss. That's your biggest win in a day,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Now, what's your biggest loss in a day like on that your Naira
A
account?
Naira account. I've lost a lot of Naira accounts, like blown everything. But I feel that the highest I've lost in a day was 40k.
Mm.
And I was
What would you say was
the
the reason
emotion.
why you lost that much? Is it that you were stacking trades or
The emotion just got, it was not stuck. I don't stack. Oh.
okay?
Like me, if I'm on a trade, I don't have more than two positions running
Okay.
on a trade. So most times just over trading.
Mm.
Just basically it. At best, if I'm trading, I have two open positions on a trade. And that is it. I just allow it to play out. So that period I was just over trading. So it's like I took about six trades that day. So I lost 40k. Then the next day I lost another 40k. So within two trades, I had almost 12 trades
Mm.
in just 2 days. So I was just over trading, and that was it.
Oh,
That's how the
okay. Now, there's one thing about this forex space that gets me worried. Anytime I think about it, I really get so worried. And but most people they don't really understand why I feel so bad about it. Now, if you go on YouTube, you discover that we have loads of forex academies, different kinds of mentors showing us results online, showing us lifestyle. But why is it that? And most of them they claim to have massive mentorship programs
yeah,
and loads of mentors and mentees that they train,
yeah.
they teach, and all of that. But why is it that we still have loads of unprofitable traders? Like the ratio to profitable and non-profitable traders, the margin is just so too wide. Why is it like that compared to the number of forex traders claiming to be profitable on YouTube, online, on Twitter, on Instagram? Why is it like that? So, what do you think is the problem? Is it that we have more of scammers out there, or the problem is from the mentees? Let me hear your side of the story. So, what do you think is the problem?
I believe putting an academy out there is not really an issue because it's your way of teaching people,
Okay.
and they are not teaching for free. So definitely, it's a kind of side hustle you get because you are teaching people what you know.
Okay.
Like trading, I said before that trading is you.
Okay.
So the best strategy is you. The thing is, if you don't work on yourself, it's going to show in your trading.
So, meaning mentorship alone will not make you profitable. Is that what you're trying to say?
Mentorship cannot really do much. What mentorship is somebody like, let me say for me, my definition of a mentor is somebody who you want to be like.
Okay.
So let me say there are a lot of teachers in trading. A teacher might not be a mentor to you.
Okay.
Mentor is somebody like you look beyond what the person's strategy is, how the person trades.
Okay.
That's a mentor. How the person handle losses. Is he showing losses?
Mm.
You get, when how do they react? Like you see most of these Jeffery Benson. I've seen Jeff lose $300,000 on the trade.
And he
He's
showed
not,
you guys the losses.
but that 300,000 was trading a $2 million account.
A proper account or a real
No,
cash?
real account.
Wow.
And I've seen that guy make like the highest. That was back then in 2020. I've seen him make $670,000 in one day.
Mm.
He said it that that's the highest he has made in a day. And there was a time he was like on his mentorship group. He will give signals like somebody should buy gold and all that because he will just give. And he made about 15k on that trade. A mentee of he took flipped $1,000 to 100k.
Mm.
But that one was definitely over leveraging though. But I was like, look at people, your mentees are making more money than the
Mm.
person giving the signal. So that's just the way The thing is, trading is you.
So the problem is not really the academy per se.
Yeah,
It's from the individual.
it's for the
Okay,
individual. It's
good,
not
good,
just.
good.
It's not the academy or the people. Yes, there might be scams out there,
Okay.
but like I said, right mentorship is very important. So finding the right path to trading is very important. But if you actually find somebody that you mirror yourself to want to be like, the work should be on you. You get, so you have to find a way. Your mentor will not do the screen time for you.
Okay.
The best he will give you is a community. Maybe you add you to a Telegram group or whatsoever. So you find community of like minds. You get, but it's not going to trade for you. You might never have the access to even meet your mentor. You get, but at least to a large extent, yeah, they want to do the job. So if you're unprofitable, it's not your mentor's fault.
Mm.
It's not your mentor's fault. If whether he charged you $100 for your mentorship or $1 million or whatever, he has given what he can give you. He will not trade for you. He will not trade for you. And whatever signals he's giving you or whatsoever you're benefiting is what he's seeing. And sometimes even the mentor can be wrong. You get, so relying solely on them,
It's not good.
it's not good.
Okay, good. Now, your final advice for that newbie trader out there that has a very high hope on what he has seen on YouTube, that this forex thing is very profitable. Now, because at least you've had experience with the market, you know how it works, and you know the reality of trading. Now, for that person that is so carried away with pictures, with screenshots, what's your advice for that person as an experienced FX trader that you are? Give them your own honest advice. What would you advise such?
The best advice I'll give anybody in trading is discover your why on time. Why do I want to do trading? Because it's your why that will keep you going when the challenges come.
Okay.
Whether I like it or not, sooner rather than later, the challenges will come. It's just that most people, they come with false expectations. They look at somebody's chapter 10, I want to be there within 1 month or 2
Especially
months.
when they come with this get rich quick scheme mentality
That's
and all of that.
that's the Gen Z generation. And I'm
Okay.
not saying it's wrong. You can, within a year, you can be profitable in trading.
Okay.
Like I said, if you have access to, you have right resources, you have available resources, you have right mentorship, and you have an enabling environment, 6 months to 1 year, you can be profitable. Like most of the traders, like we idolize now that were our mentors, most of them started trading within 2019 to 2015. Some maybe they had an idea in 2019, they didn't start trading properly until maybe 2021. But look at most of them, they are driving best flashy cars, living in good houses. It's not a lie, you get, but they had some of all these basics. Some of them had money before they got into trading. Most of them were mentored by these Jeffs and most of them. So that's just the way it is. You get. So the best thing is find your own problem.
Okay.
So if it's resources that's your problem, find a way to get money.
Okay.
You get. If it's mentorship that is your problem, don't just look at people that give you wins. Look at people that show you losses. How do they trade? It's not just giving you I made so money, because now everybody know that this meta trader can be manipulated. Results can be manipulated.
Would you advise them to start off with signals? A newbie trader, would you advise signals for a start?
That is personal decision, because signals can help you pass problems
Okay.
if you want, but it didn't really work for me. Just like me, some people, they can pay people to pass their problems for them.
Okay.
It never worked for me.
Okay.
Like I bought 3 problems and gave people to pass. They were not able to pass one. You get. Will I say that they are not profitable traders? Most of them were people that had results, but sometimes the market can just be against you. And the reason why I started to put my trading journey in my own hands was because I buy a problem and you give somebody to trade for you. You're going to pay the person too. And if it doesn't pass the problem, you've lost the problem and you've lost your money. You get. So, and there's nothing you can really do about it. So why don't I blow the problem myself and go and buy another one, or sit down and what did I do wrong? You get. So the thing is find your own challenges.
One. Okay.
When you find your own challenges, work on it. You see, this self-examination is very, very important in trading, because you see this emotional side of trading, this mental game of trading. It differs from individual to individual. There are some people that are conservative, some are aggressive. If you sound like me, I won't tell myself I'm a conservative person, because I'm not yet profitable. Because once I get to the point of being profitable, my guy, once I see what I'm looking for, I'll go for it. I won't go all in, but I have my checklist. and I have my risk management that I look out for. But my guy, if you want to make it in this trading space, sometimes you have to leverage. You get, so it's a journey. Now there are some lot sizes like I can be using on a certain profile account. If I put that lot size like this, my guy, I go to check my phone every 2 minutes, 5 minutes. That means I've not gotten to that level
Yes.
to be
Yeah.
risking that.
Yeah.
You get, so it differs from individual to individual. So find your own challenges
Okay.
and work on it.
Mhm.
When you discover yourself. If you know a conservative trader, find mentors that fit what you're looking for.
Mm.
You get, if you want to be a long-term trader, maybe a swing trader or a position trader, you cannot be looking for day traders. You get,
Yeah.
so when you know, okay, based on my nature of work, I cannot be looking at this chart every 1 hour or every 30 minutes. Then there are some mentors that you should not even be looking for, regardless of how good they are. And one thing about this forex space is, regardless of the kind of trader I want to become, there are already people that are successful at that level already. So you find them. You get, that's where the right mentorship comes from. Then you see this enabling environment. Be around people of like minds. If you're not opportune to, name say, want to get into the training space, and maybe anybody, your environment, they are not traders, your workspace, or any people don't even believe in what you do, then you have to have that strong heart to find a community online. Maybe join a signal group, or find, there are some free telegram channels, find there, or at best you have to keep your mind active. That's why I said discovering your why is very important, because it will always be tested. Apart from the trading environment, the trading itself,
Yeah.
because if you are having losses and there's nobody to share it with, how will you tell somebody that, these are the things that just made it? He's just telling that he doesn't believe. He himself will be discouraged. I tell you that, I told you that this thing doesn't work. These people, they chop your money. So at some point you will get discouraged. So discover your why. Why do I want to do trading?
Okay.
Like for me, I was more interested in in freedom, financial freedom. I chose trading for financial freedom. Nobody chose it for me. You get, I chose trading that, okay, I was looking for financial freedom. I was not looking for greener pastures. You get, so and I know that Forex can give me that. So anytime I'm having that challenges of losing money and all that, I always tell myself that I chose this path, nobody chose it for me. So that's
Good.
just it.
So, who would you say is your FX mentor? Do you have a Forex mentor?
Ah,
Someone you look up to?
you know one of them. We know say we did the same level, but
No, I'm talking about the big boy, the big boys. No,
if I was to, yeah,
yeah.
if
Who
I
would you
was,
say
let me
is your
say,
is your is your mentor?
I have a lot of mentors, but let me
Okay,
say,
your number one. Let's say your number one
ah,
mentor.
number one go hard though. But let me give top three.
Okay, top three. Let's start with top
If
three.
I'll give top three,
Your number three will be who?
number three will be Dagba Willis.
Okay, number two.
Number two will be Jeff,
Okay,
because I love the guy a lot.
okay,
Every
number one.
Omar Ashraf.
Okay, and of course that guy is not a Nigerian.
Something like
Okay,
that.
now if you meet him one on one, what would be your first question? And you have an opportunity. Let's say you have 5 minutes with him. What would be that question you would want to ask him? Okay, let's assume you're only requested to just ask him
One
one
question.
question. What would that question be?
If I was to meet Umar Ashraf now and I was like, okay, just have 5 minutes with him, I was like, well, our journeys are not the same, but I will just ask is how was he able to get to the point of making millions and staying calm?
Mm,
Because I've seen that guy like sit down and make $1.2 million like it's
mm,
nothing. No joy. So that's why
yes, that excitement,
there's
like
no excitement. Like it's just the way I'm talking. It's just the way you will see it, and it's making $1.2 million, and you say, okay, that's just it. I would have added Q Banks. Q Banks is a very good, but I like to look at people that resonate with my kind of person. I'm usually calm, reserved. So just like Dakwa Willis is calm, is reserved. Whether I like it or not, those guys, they are like the OGs. They were making money even before the Prop Firm era.
yeah, yeah.
You get, so they've what all you are saying, they've seen it all, they've done it all, they've lost money. So those guys, they are calm and reserved. Like Jeff too. You see, like Jeffery Benson now. It's just like now he's transitioning into the lifestyle of trading. But then Jeff was really one of the people out there that was really putting things on the internet free of charge
Yeah.
for people to see. Jeff and Harvey, you will see them trading live with their team, and you are seeing them trade. One of the major reasons why I love Jeff is the fact that he has a kind of kingmaker anointing. Let me put it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, you're right, you're
He
right.
has a kingmaker anointing because he knows how to take ordinary people and he will bring them into his space and transform ordinary guys within a short period of time. So that was why I said he's my number two because of the team around him. Everybody's eating. It's not like they are eating from him.
Yeah.
He's teaching them how to eat. Like even when they have challenges, he's there to help. It's okay. Where you there? I don't did there before. This is what I did. This is what I do. And everybody has that freedom around him. He trades your GPP USD. Some are trading gold. Some are trading cryptos. Some are trading USD. You get, but everybody around him has that independence, and no, everybody's comfortable in their own space. You get, it's not looking to outshine anybody. So he's somebody that most of the people that I know that have been under him have been top notch. Same thing with Habit too, top notch. So that's why I chose these three people.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So let's say 2, 3 years from now, where do you see yourself as a forex trader?
Profitable. Like, I will not say I'm not profitable, but that's consistency in profitability. I've not gotten there yet. So I just believe at least between now 2027, God's willing, we'll get to the point where like this phase now is a phase is going to pass. I just really believe so. And even it's not just wishing, it's paying the price for it. So look at where we're getting it wrong. So where we are getting it wrong, so that next time we can teach someone as well. Because at some point, by the grace of God, you rise above this level. So it's just to get to the point of being consistently profitable. So my goal is to get to the point of financial stability first. Once able to get to the point of financial stability, your trading journey becomes easier. It becomes easier. It's when you are still struggling with money to fund accounts or buy accounts. To a large extent, your psychological level is low because you don't have the money. So every money is big money. Every loss hurts. But when to a large extent some basic things have already been taken care of, that initial capital you already have some cushion. Your ideology about trading changes. Okay, so the goal is to get to the point of being financially stable in trading first.
Thank you very much. I really so much appreciate.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you.
thank you for your time and
Sure.
really giving us your honest review and response to the questions. I really so much appreciate. So, guys, this will be all for this interview. Thank you very much for taking our time to watch the video from beginning to the end. I so much appreciate. From time to time, I'll keep on doing this. Whoever I meet that I actually share the same ideas with regards to forex market, I will definitely give them the opportunity to chat with you guys, share their experience on this YouTube channel. So please do well to subscribe. If you're here to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video and comment and share. Now, guys, if you have any questions with regards to what we talked about in this particular episode, please do well to drop it in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you very much for your time and see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.